Lexi looks for a homecoming dress, while Sean can't stop playing video games, and of course, there's always drama with Shen. We can't wait to get into it. Here we go.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
It's a party in here tonight. It's funny because this song is accurate. I wish I didn't do it. I think some people might be saying that. I don't know.
I mean, Lexi thinks people are.
Yeah. Oh God, that is. We'll get into it. We're so excited to get into the conversation, you guys. We have some fun new segments today. We have Baby Spotlight. Ooh, it's debut today. We're gonna look at cute little babies from the show, and then also we're gonna talk news and gossip later. So we're so excited. First, let's do some introductions. I am Tiege. And we've also got Drew here.
What's up, guys?
Yay! And Briana.
Hey, everybody.
We are so excited to get in the conversation. Let's get it going. We're going to break down couples. We're going to do some fun segments. And then we're going to just have a great time. Okay?
Always.
It's Monday. We're having fun. Teen moms. Always
And shout
fun
out to
talk
Nakia,
about.
who couldn't be here tonight.
Yes, she's not
Kiki
here
Boom
tonight.
Boom.
Kiki Boom Boom was busy with work, but she will be here next week. So we're excited for that. Okay, so first of all, let's just go over overall thoughts. What do you guys think of the whole episode? What's your thought?
I mean, honestly, like, a little lackluster. I mean, I think
Yes.
coming off, it's not that it was like lackluster in general. I think that coming off last week with the baby shower and the huge fight, it was tame, which isn't necessarily a bad thing,
Right.
but it was a little tame.
For us to see.
Yeah, I'm still standing pretty hard by my statement that men are trash. And this only adds to my wall of evidence.
This is, yeah, it's definitely an episode full of evidence. Not good evidence on these guys. I just can't get over scenes with Kyler, but we'll get into it. Overall, I thought it was a slower episode, which, you know, again, it's probably good for the cast. For us, we're like, oh, I need some more drama.
I think it's like hard too because
Shen.
we're so used to like 16 and pregnant,
Right.
which is like one episode, and then within the entire episode we go through what they're going through right now plus the the birth.
You're right.
And like I think all of us are kind of just sitting waiting for the birth to happen.
We're waiting.
Which I was like looking at how far along all of them are, and like normally you have a baby at 40 weeks, a little bit earlier for most people, and they're all like Jade is pushing it. She's at 38 weeks, but like everyone else is from 31 to 34, 36, 33.
Yeah.
So they're all about to pop.
Yeah, I think it's happening. I think we're coming closer to.
We can say in
due
predictions
date.
how long, how many episodes.
Yes, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. Okay, so first things first, couple Ashley and Bar. So this episode we see Bar tell his mom that you might not be there for the birth. She's not super happy about that, but she still thinks she'll be there. And then she lies and tells Ashley that things are taken care of and she won't be there. But I feel like Shen will show up.
I feel like he kind of told his mom that she would be there.
You think?
He
I mean, he said like if like you're gonna see the baby, like that's not gonna like, and she's like, okay, so like if I come for the birth, like she's not gonna kick me out. Like I mean, I felt like
He
that's what
kind
he
of
was
gave
saying.
her a pass, but he told Ashley like that's not gonna happen.
I think he was
Right?
saying like you're gonna see the baby, you two are just not gonna cross paths, which like obviously the birth itself you're not gonna be in there because you're gonna cross paths. But I don't feel like he's necessarily like lying. I think more he's just like
He's avoiding the truth. Come on now.
but he did see
Yeah.
but like we saw how upset Ashley got, and like that's the last thing she needs
no,
while
I
she's
know,
this
but
far
like to
along.
say that there's no events coming up in the near future that he could see them having to be around each other. You don't think the birth of your child's a time where your mom and your baby mom is gonna have to see each other?
I think
Yeah.
he's trying. I don't think he's like lying. I think he, in his mind, thinks he can keep the two separate. I don't think he understands that she's literally not going to leave that baby anytime soon. Like they're not going to be separate for a hot minute. But I think in his mind, he thinks like, oh, I can just like
Bring the baby out
the baby
to
can come
Shen.
home. Yeah, and that's not the reality. Like
Yeah, it's like he's putting a band-aid on it instead of solving the situation. Like
How do you solve a situation with Shen?
I don't know what the solution is, but you can't just be like, you guys won't see each other and that's how we're going to solve the situation. Like that's unrealistic.
Right, that's true.
I think in this situation, and I think I said it like in the first week of the show, like in this situation, it comes down to the baby. And so really, I feel like you kind of have to side with Ashley more than you do Shin, because this is the mother of your child and this is who you have to make it work with for the sake of your child.
Shen's not going to be a great influence for your child.
Yeah. I think you have to, like, put Shin in her place and tell her, look, like, Ashley is the mother of my child and the person I'm with and chose to be with. And if you can't respect that and what family we're building here, then you don't have to be a part of this family.
I mean, that is a tough pill for Shen to swallow.
Did we see that how Ashley and Bar's episode always starts off with like them having this very good communication talk in a park somewhere?
Yes. You know, but she's so mature. Ashley, like, every episode wins me over. I'm not that I didn't like her before. I have always liked her, but she seems mature. I mean,
she handles situations differently than I would handle them, but I agree with you. Like,
yeah.
And I think, you know, I don't know how I would react if like someone that I was dating's mom
oh my gosh,
acted like
what
that.
an awkward situation.
As someone who's had a mother of like a boyfriend of her who's wasn't the easiest person, like, I respect her, because I'm like, girl, like, I don't know if I could, like, having all that going on and still dealing with that person, if I could handle it the way you're handling it. Because, like there's, like, this invisible line that you can't cross because that's your significant other's mother. But at the same time, they're disrespecting you and who you are as a person. So it's like you want to make them come correct, but you can't because they're family now.
Yeah, that's tough. You know what they need? Some advice. Where can they get advice, Briana?
Well, they could start off by listening to our great founder, Maria Menounos' new podcast.
Cheers.
If you want to have fun, learn, and grow in all areas of your life, which everybody does, for those who do, we have a great podcast for you. Conversations with Maria Menounos, Podcast Edition, is hosted by our AfterBuzz TV founder and drops every Friday on iTunes. That's every single Friday. From health and wellness to career, relationships, finances, and more, let our Maria be the big sister you've always wanted. Conversation with Maria Menounos features celebrity and influencer interviews along with secrets and tips on how to be better in all aspects of your life. Just go to iTunes and subscribe to Conversations with Maria Menounos for free. Free is the best word ever.
Free.
Be sure to rate, comment, and when you do, let her know that the Teen Mom Young and Pregnant panel got you guys there. Give us some love back. And let her know. Conversations with Maria Menounos, Podcast Edition. Check it out. Woo. And it is a really great podcast. It's basically, she does a SiriusXM show every day, and it's a compilation of like some of the best moments of those shows from the entire week, dropped on Friday. So
love it.
And it's free, guys. It's free.
It's free. It's free advice. And she's great. And you don't get a lot of free advice in this world.
Free advice from someone that's lived through it.
Right.
I feel like, weirdly enough, every podcast, because I subscribe to it, I feel like it applies to what's going on for me in the moment. And I'm like, okay, cool.
Okay.
Like,
thank you, Maria.
Thanks, Maria, girl.
Yeah,
she's
got you.
Well, I mean, like, you have to, like, someone, especially for us in this industry, but also outside this industry, it's like someone that's, like, lived through so many different aspects of her life, has gone through so many situations that we're currently going through. Like, you can only learn from the people that have been there first.
Right.
That's why we call our mothers and, and just, like, be like, Mom, I'm going through this. And they tell us, like, that's another interpretation of it. So why not?
They tell us, listen to Maria.
Yes. And someone's mom that got involved this week was Kayla's mom. So let's talk about Kaelyn Stefan. So Kayla suggests we could still be friends, which I thought he was going to be, duh, of course, that's what I want. And this guy comes back with some, what are you? What? And he says, but I love you. I don't know if I can do that. Whoa.
Look, I really, really feel for Kayla because I understand, like, because I think we have all probably been there where you have broken up with someone that you're still in love with, even if they've done something to you that you don't appreciate. Mm-hmm. I mean, hers is a little more for me unforgivable. Like, if someone cheated on me, I'd probably be like, deuce.
Right. Mm-hmm. Well, you say that.
I do say that. But, like.
Speak from experience.
And I know it's hard, but, like, I do feel for her because it's like on one hand you're still in love with this person and you're still like trying and I imagine with hormones and pregnancy it's just heightened to the biggest like I don't even know. But then on the other hand it's like that fighting of like what your heart's telling you versus what you know you should do, and like your friends are probably just all over it by this point. Like you have no one to go to because we saw with her friends, they're like, girl, you've been through this so many times.
Right.
Like,
it's tough.
What are you going to, why are you keep doing this to yourself?
It's tough.
I especially feel for her though, because for up until this episode, I felt like we weren't seeing him play it like that. And it felt like he was very dismissive of her. And we're like, girl, like, he clearly...
Why aren't you not seeing this?
But, like, seeing her trying to be the bigger person, be like, look, for the sake of Isaiah, I think we should be friends. Like, you know, obviously I'm hurt about the situation, but I don't want to have to do for him what was done for me.
Right.
Which is, I really think her big takeaway from all of this is she wants him to have a better, like, childhood than she did. And for him to just out of note, like, she's like, we can just be friends, like, that means no cuddling or whatever. And for him to be like, I don't know about that. I love you. Do you, though? Because you're not.
And also, every chance you get to run and slam the garage door and slam your car and leave, he takes those chances. He leaves whenever he can. So it makes no sense to me that now, what happened this week? We went to the arcade, but I still love you. I mean, I get it, and I've been in those weird relationships where, like, you're just not over them, and, like, I can't imagine having, like, another human coming into the world. Like, I can't imagine.
But I will say one thing, like, friendship from an ex can't happen that fast.
Oh, God, no. No!
Yeah.
Like, it can happen, but it's not going to be a week later
Oh my gosh.
hanging out. Like,
No.
that's not going to happen. So, like,
That's
yes,
the thing.
have him in the life for the baby. Have him come over, but maybe, like, when he comes over for the baby, you go out with your friends.
Exactly. And I think that's exactly what her mom's point was. She's like, wait a second. Like, I probably see you guys just getting back together.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been a week.
I mean,
Because he definitely just was trash talking her last episode with his boys.
he just
so I'm
cheated.
like,
Right.
It was just like, well, I mean, I don't know if she was, like, cheating on her in the physical sense last week, but he was at a party with another girl.
Yeah. I just, ugh.
He's just
He's
the
not my
worst.
fave. He's not my fave
On
guy.
the evidence board.
Yeah, put on the evidence board.
We should just have, like, a board where we, like, track their timelines and, like,
We
the strings go
should.
down.
We should have, like, a crime scene
Yeah, with, like,
reenactment.
the red strings, like,
Yes.
connecting things.
I think that's what they need. Okay, so next, we should talk about
Yes.
iTunes.
Guys, if you're listening right now, which obviously you are because,
Hey.
duh. Go ahead, subscribe to us on iTunes. Subscribe to us on AfterBuzz TV, the YouTube channel for reality TV. Like us right now. I'll give you 2 seconds. Ready?
Thumbs up on the video right this moment. If
Okay.
you're watching it live or post live.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you 2 seconds.
Okay.
Okay, you should have liked it by now. Go ahead and leave us a comment. Tell us we look nice. Tell us who's your favorite mom. Tell us why you think Steven is trash, because I can come up with a million
Stefan.
reasons. Stefan, see, I don't even care to know his real name. But go ahead and do all that stuff and check out the AfterBuzzTV.com website. It was just redone. It looks super dope, and it makes it super easy to find everything. So go do it right now. Well,
do
after
that.
you're done listening to us, then go do it.
Exactly. Okay, Briana and Danae. Should we get into it?
Oy vey.
My namesake.
Oy vey, Briana and Danae.
I just don't understand. Okay, so, like, I mean, to set it up, the scene. We're in this car. They're driving. Her mom's like, what plan do you have for when you go into labor? Like, for that day and past that day. And basically both of them are like,
I think it's a fair question.
But then
She's 36 weeks. So yeah.
Fair question.
What? I don't what doesn't connect for me, because, like, it is a fair question. Why is Danae all of a sudden so upset by it?
That's also a fair question. I can't confirm or deny. I don't know.
Because that's what didn't make sense to me. I was all like, she didn't say anything that was that outrageous. All she was like, you guys don't have a plan. You need to have a plan. Like, I have a plan already.
I think that they're upset that the mom is, like, getting involved, but I feel like since they're living with the mom, like, that she has a right to ask, like,
Yeah.
hey, how are you guys gonna do this? Like,
Plus, she made a great point of, like, I'm just putting this out there because I'm not going to pay for the baby.
right.
Yeah.
And
Which
I
is
think
completely fair.
right, totally fair point. I just think that they don't want to hear that.
Yeah, there's a
Well,
couple
too
of
bad.
things. There's
I
a couple
know.
of things that are weird. One, Brianna's still technically a child. Whether she's having this baby or not, she's 17. So she's legally her mom's responsibility.
That is actually true.
So before you start getting out of pocket, understand that you're still a child and you're still living under your mother's house. Second of all, Danae, you clearly don't have the finances to take care of yourself right now as is. So you getting wild with her mom and with her when you can't even take care of yourself. Like, why are we supposed to believe that you can take care of a family? Like, that doesn't make sense. I don't know. It's just weird. Like,
Well, and it's just like he keeps playing this victim card.
yeah.
Like, over and over again. It's like, I'm in this situation. It's like, you could easily not be in this situation. You chose to be in this situation. Out of every single, like, not to like play that card of like, it's not biologically yours because that's what you keep playing, but out of everybody in this TV show, you're the only one that would viably be able to walk away and be like, that's not my baby.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right.
You're making yourself a martyr for, like, I don't know, like, he almost wants everyone to be like, oh, like, you're such a man. Thank you so much for stepping up when you didn't have to, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, I haven't seen you do anything that's even remotely supportive or helpful. And if anything, you've made this entire situation more stressful.
Mm-hmm.
Like, stop making yourself look like this
You're
martyr
doing something.
that's
Right.
doing something, because you're only adding problems. You're stressing out a girl who's 36 weeks
Plus,
pregnant.
I was confused. Was he leaving his job? Is that what was happening? Like, once the baby was born, is he like leaving?
He was taking off a few days for his birthday.
Yeah,
And
I
then
saw
for
that.
the
like-
birth.
And then
for
he's taking the day that she's supposed to give birth, which is
Yeah.
like, you don't know that that's the day she's going to give
Rarely.
birth.
Right.
But then the mom said something like, so neither of you are going to be working. So I'm assuming that means that he's like planning on leaving his job once she's given birth, which I'm like, what about paternity leave? Like, that's a thing.
Yeah, it's a thing. I don't know. I don't know the details on
I
that.
don't know. I'm losing all my sympathy for this story.
I know. I mean, the problem is I do like Briana and I do like Danae. I think they're a sweet couple. I just think that there's some things that they have to face. They're avoiding,
Yeah.
like,
And
completely.
he needs to drop it really fast so that I'm not biologically the father.
Right, and like still bringing it up, like with his friend by the swing set, you're
Mm-hmm.
still talking, and then the friend, every
the
character
baby's
that
not
they
gonna love
bring in,
me.
right? Every character that they bring in like plays to something that could go wrong. Like she talked about trust issues with Danae, and then the mom talked about like you could just move home, like this isn't yours. It's like nobody on his side is supporting him.
Plus,
staying
if I was
in it.
Briana, I'd be super, like, scared that he would just pack up and leave at any moment and just use that as an excuse. Like, why he's not giving her any room for comfort to think that he's going to stick around.
Yeah.
Right.
And he's also, like, in the car when the mom was talking about, like, you know, you should be saving money now. Like, you should be doing this and this. Trust me, I've been there, and I'm telling you that this route that you're trying to go isn't going to work. And Danae, like, argued with her, and I was like, how are you going to
Yeah.
argue with someone who literally has done this,
Mm-hmm.
like, more than once?
That's such the teenager thing too, is to be like,
Totally.
you haven't been through what I've been through.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, it's like every time, like, even when a girl goes through a breakup and she goes, yeah, but it's completely different. It's like, yeah, it's a different relationship. And I'm sure, like, the feelings, like, there's 100% differences, but someone's been through this before.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. Well, speaking of who's been through it, we are now on to Lexi and Kyler.
Bless her heart.
I can't with him. I can't not with
my gosh.
him.
I wish we had like footage of how we watched this episode. I literally I'm like banging things around my
Let's-
desk. I'm like, Kyler.
Let's set up the scene here. Tell us what happened, T.
So, I mean, I don't really know where to start. Whoa. But okay, so first of all, they talk about homecoming and he says, please say no. Like, don't ask me to ask you to homecoming.
Which,
That's rude.
that whole situation had me infuriated.
Infuriated.
Is a nice way to put it.
Right.
Because, one,
And she wants to go.
She wants to go. This is her last thing as a normal teenager that she's ever going to have. You, as the man in this, man, I'm using that term loosely,
Boy.
boy,
Small boy.
in this situation, haven't had to go through anything, like, you know, are not visibly showing that you are about to have a kid.
Okay,
I was
here's
gonna
my
say
two
something, but
things. I
never
wrote
mind.
these two things down. These are my two things with this scene. One, she asked him, what's your favorite part about school and being a senior? We just push kids that are in our way out of the way because we're seniors.
I
Like, cool.
don't remember
You're
doing
so,
that.
You're so cool, Kyler. And then he was like, what do you miss most about being in school? And she says, you. Sweetest thing ever. He doesn't say anything to that. Doesn't comment on the fact that she misses him the most. Like,
You know what he does say? He says, why didn't you say I looked good?
oh, at the dinner.
At the dinner. And there's another, you know what? Next week we're having a segment called Kyler Quotes because they are priceless. You know what else he said? He said that I just want to be friends like everyone else at high school is, like, just friends.
I want a relationship to be like everyone else in high school. Friends.
But you were having a child together. And by the way, she's the hottest girl you're ever going to get.
Yeah, that's my thing about the whole Kyler thing being like, I don't want to be in a relationship. I'm like, who is like knocking on your door, begging for some Kyler loving? Because I know that line is scarce, whatever. It is. I'm so agitated by the whole situation that I can't even properly talk because it's just like, who's like, you know who sounds like a promising date? Kyler. No one is doing that.
No
like,
one.
I do have to say though, Lexi does need to build up this confidence that she seems to be lacking.
Yes.
Because like for such a beautiful girl, she is so unconfident.
Right.
Like
And
she's just is sitting here like over stressing herself about what everyone thinks about her.
Right, and she's got a great mom who seems very supportive. I don't know where the confidence went.
I feel like it's from him.
yeah,
I feel like he has destroyed her confidence.
Yeah.
I think so too.
But it's like watching her in the scene where she's trying on the dresses and just like the line that she said about like, oh, it just felt like they didn't want me there because I was pregnant. I was like, no, like that they were just trying to make you realistic in what you can wear.
I was going to ask you guys, do you think that the people at the dress store were mean or being realistic?
Realistic.
I thought that they were being led by the producers, to be perfectly honest.
Me too.
Because some
Me
of it
too.
just sounded so scripted, and like she
But it
even had
didn't
very
sound-
awkward like I'm not looking at the
Mannerisms.
camera.
But
But
Yeah,
it
I
didn't
know
sound
it's
mean
there.
to me. Like it didn't sound like she was just like, you know, like with your stomach, you might have to like, this is stretchier. Like it wasn't mean.
Yeah.
But like
I
at the
don't-
same time, you don't have to address that.
I
at a
don't-
right?
Yeah.
I
I
mean,
mean,
I
if you're trying to sell a dress though, like they have to find a dress that works for her body.
Okay.
Yeah.
But as someone who's plus size, I can tell you that the dress situation is they can situate it in such a way that's not letting her know that she's wearing stretchy material or like
Right, like
they
they
need
were
to be more
kinda-
careful about the fitting or like whatever.
Yeah.
You could have let her try on just a bigger dress and been like cool, just like they do with like bridal.
But they said that.
dresses.
They said like we should look at the bigger dresses because then we can alter it down to your size. And she didn't want to wear the bigger dresses because she's like they're too long on me.
But they just like kept running home like pregnant, belly,
Yeah.
stomach, not gonna fit, extra small, no. Like they just, I feel like
Yeah,
they
but
hit
she's
it.
picking out double
hard.
zero dresses. Like there's no way you're gonna fit into that.
I-
She has this unrealistic thing of wanting to wear what she used to be able to wear while being pregnant.
I feel that. I just
True.
felt like they could have found something that worked for her, and I felt like I don't think it was necessarily them. I think the producers are like, make sure you drive home.
Also
these
the
points.
editing. We don't know what we
Yeah.
didn't see.
True, of course.
But I felt bad for her because we have heard her talk about like, oh, I'm fat, blah blah whatever,
Ugh,
and so
I
like,
really wish we could like just
She's so
change
cute.
the mindset of that because I feel like that happens so often when women are pregnant. They just call themselves fat, and it's like it's not fat.
you have a
No.
freaking baby inside of you.
like
And
all
that's,
the
like,
rest
really
of you
beautiful.
is this big
Yeah.
except for
Yeah.
your stomach.
it would be weird if you were the same size.
yeah.
Like I can't even.
I'd be concerned.
I'd be creeped out. It would look like a saran
An
wrap,
alien.
like baby to your stomach. Like,
Yeah,
it would just
no.
look weird.
Yeah. Okay, so weird. Speaking of Jade and Sean, this broke my heart. I love Jade so much. And Sean, you
Is
can't
a
put down a video game?
I feel like this is
Loser.
the most realistic though interpretation of what like a normal couple fight is.
That's so true.
Like sans baby.
So true.
Because I feel like this is something you see over and over, especially with young couples. It's like either one or the other, and it tends to be men a little more often than women. It's like that.
Always.
I work 60 hours a week. All I want to do is to be able to do what I want to do. And it's like, but you're in a relationship. It's no longer just you.
Right.
There's a give and there's a take. And for you being like, I should have to just play video games. Like, what is going to happen? Like when she has the baby,
Right.
are you going to expect her just to be raising the baby when you come home? You don't have to.
Right.
Yeah. And honestly, it would have been so like, because she doesn't seem like she's like high maintenance or anything. It would have been
No.
so easy for him to be like, you know what, babe, I'm just really not in the mood to like go out tonight. Do you want to like pop in a movie? Let's do some like we'll order a pizza or something like that. And I bet
Totally.
you Jade would have been like, cool, I'm down for that.
Or
Yeah.
just or barter. Be like, you know what? Like,
Let me.
why
finish
don't you
this
go?
thing.
Why don't you pick out a restaurant and I'll take you out to dinner? But I'm gonna play the game until this hour, and then we can go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you make compromises. Don't just be like it's all like. And I feel like that's something I've heard so many times from friends, boyfriends, or in relationships of my own. It's like that. No, it's just what I want to do. It's
Right.
why are we even bringing this up? Like, I should be able to do what I want to do. It's like, well, she should be able to do what she wants to do as well.
Totally. Because the second they feel trapped, though, is the second that they're like, well, gotta go. Gotta grab my Game Boy. Gotta go. You know, it's like, that's typical
I didn't
boy.
get was he moved? Like, was he leaving?
I think he was leaving.
All he took was his video game.
That's probably all he owns.
Where's his clothes? Where's his, like...
He doesn't look like he changes or showers, so I would imagine that game system is all he has.
Oh my god. I feel
And
for
that's
Jade.
set up, sorry to
know.
butt you off. That's set up 2 chairs holding up the TV and then this little box holding
I
up the
know.
video
I
game.
feel for Jade because I love her and I think she's so cute, and this whole like her being stressed out about like being a single mom, like it's so not
Well,
fair
she's not being unreasonable.
no, and she's so like responsible, and like I feel like anybody that was somewhat normal would be better in a relationship
The
than
fact that you can't take a day off work to go to a doctor's appointment or to take like lunch and like go and meet her to go. You've only been to one?
One.
She's about to give birth. You've been to one?
I know.
Yeah.
It breaks my heart.
It's like infuriating. Like, my sister is having a baby, same exact age as Jade, and her boyfriend works 45 minutes away from their doctors and will go drive 45 minutes to the doctor appointment and then drive the 45 minutes back. I'm like,
That's love.
But that means the world to my sister.
Well,
It's
also just like, what are you spending all your money on? Because you say you work over 60 hours a week. Like, the apartment's not furnished and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, not saying that he's not working, but like, where's all this money going?
I think new games.
Games are
man.
expensive. They're like $60 for one game.
Yeah, and he
That's
clearly
ridiculous.
has all the games. So
He clearly
a
is
whole
quite the Game Boy.
box full of them.
Not to say that he can't have his video game time. Like,
Right, of course.
and I don't think that's what Jade was trying to tell him, was that you can never play video games. She just wants him to be more present in her life.
Totally.
And that's a very fair,
justifiable,
reasonable adult thing.
Right? I
Yeah.
just
Like, what are you gonna do when your kid's older and wants to play with you? Like, sorry, daddy's playing video games, can't play outside with you.
yeah.
She
No.
literally said, like, I'm so used to having to work doubles on the weekends, and he was off on the weekends, and so, like, we never got to do anything, but now that I'm off and he's off, like, I just want to do stuff together, and he never wants to do anything.
That's the other thing. He's acting like she doesn't work as well.
Right.
Like, she literally can't work right now. She's 38 weeks pregnant. She's about to pop.
But before that, she was working. Like,
Yeah.
it's not like he was alone in this. Like, and
Yeah. No, I have no sympathy for him, and I think good riddance because she deserves way better. But we'll see what happens next week because there was some promo of them hanging out. But I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Hey, next segment, you guys. We're so excited about this. It's new. We have the baby spotlight of the week,
Oh
which
my
is gonna be so
gosh.
cute. Okay, so drum roll.
like, wait, before we
Yes.
set, I just want to like set up because like as we know, we're in the past right now.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Okay. So you don't really know these babies yet, but you will. And they're on Instagram. So this is public knowledge, but we just want to highlight a baby every week because they're so stinking cute. So week 1 of Babies Spotlight is drum roll. We've got Kayla's baby, Isaiah.
Oh my gosh.
Ah!
He
Look at him.
Oh my gosh.
He's so
is
little.
just the cutest. Like, his little cheeks.
For how uncute his dad is.
I know.
He is adorable.
Isn't God something? He said, let me make sure that you don't look like your crusty, dusty daddy.
Oh my God.
You're going to be so
You're
cute.
killing me. Oh, that baby is just the cutest thing in the world.
I
the
was
little
like,
drool coming off.
I'm
Yeah.
obsessed with him.
I was looking at her page, and he wears a little helmet, because you know how, like, some babies, like, they have the soft skulls or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
So he
Yes.
wears a little helmet. It's
Oh.
so cute.
And look at that. That's just like, he already is posing.
Yeah,
He already
knows. His
knows.
angles.
He's gorgeous.
Look at all that hair.
I love him.
Do we know how old he is in this picture?
He's 6 months.
Oh. Little
Love
chub
it.
chub.
He's so cute. We will have more babies next week, or another baby
More,
spotlight.
more babies.
Yeah, we just bring babies
Oh
on
my
the
gosh.
panel. Also, we want to let you guys know we're in the live chat, and we appreciate it when you guys hop in, or if you ever want to leave comments below, if there's anything you ever want to
Yeah.
share
Even if
with
you're
us.
not watching live, like, please, guys, leave comments. We'll call them out to. We always want to like highlight you guys as well.
Yeah, because this is all about you guys. If there's anything you guys want us to talk about or look into or all that stuff, it's all for you. So let us know in the comments below. Just a reminder. Now we have news and gossip. Woo! Brie, bring it away.
AfterBuzz
I feel like I should have
TV
my
News.
glasses on. 'Cause I
Ding,
feel
ding,
like...
ding, ding, ding.
Well, our first bit of news, as we all know, Amber Portwood's ex now, since August, Matthew Baer, apparently has now tied the knot with his girlfriend of 6 months, Jennifer Conlon, in Las Vegas on Monday.
Sounds about right.
Sounds about right.
I mean, they've both moved on. Amber is, she's with her new guy. She's pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
He's married. They just both moved on very quickly into very serious things. Like, not just moved on to other people. Like, so I'm not sure if that was like the smartest decision, but we're happy for her. Hopefully it all works out.
Hopefully it all works out.
He's also been a little vocal on Instagram and Twitter and talking to news media outlets about the fact that he thinks it was unfair for Fair to be let go from MTV, saying that they shouldn't judge her for what she does in her line of work to make money.
It's slightly valid.
I understand what he's saying, but I think, it's their TV show. They have the right to say what.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
I think MTV's done a really good job of trying to take away the stigma of being a young mother, and I can understand, although, we're understanding and supportive of sex workers here at AfterBuzz TV, that,
it's the cliche of where you have to go if you had a kid too young.
Yeah,
right.
It just doesn't really fit the model of you can be a young mom who still, can get your fairy tale ending or whatever.
Right.
And so I get why they let her go. Also, she's just rude. So
yeah, like I said, I think it was also just an extra little pin in the little sewing cushion as to why they need they just want to get her off the show.
I agree. It definitely wasn't just because she's a porn star. It also is because she's a horrible person. So
yeah.
And then next, Kaelyn Lowry from Teen Mom 2 is back in our little news feed again. This time she showed this picture of her son with a basketball on Twitter, saying starting him young. He's about to be a year old. And she's getting some hate again on this, saying fans are not liking his length of his hair.
Oh my gosh.
Come on.
One fan responded that she should cut her son's hair unless her goal is to make him look like a girl.
I cannot with these trolls.
How about her goal is to make him just a respectable, human being? Why
are we
is the
worried
hair
about
length?
hair?
There's so many guys with long hair. I just don't understand
So
this.
many,
Right.
yeah. Chris Hemsworth had long hair, and he's doing great.
She responded back saying, I'll cut it when he wants me to cut it.
Yeah.
Facts.
That's crazy to me, the stuff that people come up with.
She said, but you can mind your business, little mama.
Yes.
I love her.
And then she's also been getting some hate because she did make it known that she wants to have a fourth child, but she necessarily doesn't care if it's with someone that she's in a relationship with or not. She just wants a fourth. And some people are saying that's irresponsible for her. She already has 3 and she already has too much drama in her life and she shouldn't add more to that chaos and kind of those little things. My thing is maybe she should or maybe she shouldn't. I don't know. I don't know her personally. I can't judge her on that level. But it's none of our business.
Yeah.
Exactly. We see a very small portion of their lives, and it's edited and produced to no end. And so who are we to say that she can't have another child? Also, it's her coin and her time and her well-being. So why
And from everything I've seen watching her over the years is she's never not there for her kids.
Yeah.
Right. She's very good mother and very responsible with her children. She may not be with her exes, but when it comes to her kids, she's always there for them.
Yeah,
So I don't
agree.
understand why we wouldn't want people being in that kind of situation with kids, rather than these bad situations with kids.
Yeah.
I respect that she doesn't want to add another baby daddy in the mix that could possibly not help the situation.
Yeah. She even threw out, I think, the idea of using a sperm bank.
Yeah.
Wow, interesting.
I will say, though, adoption is dope.
Adoption is also dope.
Just throwing that out there.
Yeah, you're right. Okay. Do we have predictions for next week? I think it's that time, you guys. Predictions.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
It's like I'm a genie in the bottle when this comes out. Okay, what do you guys think will happen next week? What are you excited to see?
Next week, I think, okay, I want to go by couple. So I'm going to go with my little list. Okay. So Ashley and Bar.
Yes.
Something's going to happen with Shen because it always does.
Always does.
Shiny Shin.
Shiny.
I think it's going to maybe be the thing of her being in the room. I think maybe she'll post something on Facebook or somehow Ashley will get the thought in her head that his mom thinks she's going to be in the room and that's going to start a fight between them. That was my prediction for Ashley and Bar.
Okay.
Kayla and Stefan, I think, are going to continue this little game of should we, shouldn't we? And her friends are going to give her some down to school advice, and she's not going to take it, and it's going to end up, I don't know if it'll be next episode, but eventually it'll end up bad for her with him because it's not enough time for him to have gotten over his issues and change.
Yes.
Briana and Danae, we saw in the preview a little bit of like, I have to choose between my mom and you, so I think that's going to create a big fight between her and Danae, and I think, maybe not for all, but I think like he might go stay with someone else for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Which will also cause drama between them because she'll feel like he's not there for her.
Yes.
Lexi and Kyler. Kyler will continue to be an idiot. And
I can't wait for Kyler's quotes. We're doing it next week.
I'm going to say what I would love to see, which is I would love to see her finally kind of come to the realization that he's just not in it right now. Like maybe on a different timeline when he's grown and more responsible, they can like see about making it work then, but right now it's not the time for him, and I think that she needs to focus on him and focus on her own life. So that's what I want to see her do next episode, is kind of start coming to that realization.
Mm-hmm.
And Jade and Sean, I think they'll break up next episode. I think he'll move out, and then I don't think we're gonna get any births next episode, and if we do, it'll be Jade. That's my thought. But I think the episode after is gonna be all the births.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I dig that. I think next week Sean and Jade are gonna go their separate ways, and I think it might be like a for good thing. I think she's kind of like the end of her rope. I think like we'll see him throughout the season, maybe like be involved with Chloe, but I don't think they're gonna be together for much longer. I think Bar is gonna get called on his bluff next week. I think Pastor T is, I love that her name is Pastor T.
Me too.
I think she's going to come in, and it might be a Pastor T Shin showdown.
Oh, guns a-blazing.
Guns a-blazing, fighting for the babies. Let me think. I think Danae is going to leave, which I'm not necessarily mad at because he just stresses me out. He's just a lot for me to handle. And I think Stefan, whatever. He's going to be trash as usual. And same with Kyler. And yeah, those are my predictions.
Okay, love it. I'm really excited to see the Jade and Sean thing fizzle out. I know that sucks for her though, because I don't want to see him not be there, but it might fizzle out next week, which kind of sucks because we know she's really close to having the baby, so it's poor timing. But she might be better without him. She's just so independent. I don't think she likes things holding her up, so she might just cut ties and deal with it. And yeah, I'm just excited to see what happens next week. I think it'll be a good episode. I don't think we'll see any births until probably the week after. I think is a great prediction.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's what I think for next week.
I also hope we get Miguel back next episode.
Yeah, where the heck is Miguel?
She said he was with her mom for some reason.
Oh, well, Miguel, we would like to see you.
We miss you.
Bark. We miss you, Miguel.
I would watch a Miguel spinoff, just saying.
Yes, I would too. Thank you guys so much for joining us. You're thebomb.com. Again, if there's anything you want to talk to us about, leave it in the comments. We will be sure to get back to you. And we appreciate you tuning in, but we will see you next week. If you want to keep up with us during the week, you can find me at TiegDP pretty much everywhere. And then we can find Drew.
And you guys can follow me on all the things at OKDrewJ.
And you guys can find me everywhere on Twitter and Instagram at Brie_Phipps. That's PHIPPS and Brie with an I.
Woo! Thank you guys. We'll see you next week. Teen Mom.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Keven Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.